Hello, I'm Mr. Craven from the NET English Director team, and today I'm going to be talking through the character Scrooge from A Christmas Carol. Ebenezer Scrooge is the protagonist of the novel, and he represents, for Dickens, the archetypal Victorian businessman. He's selfish, unsympathetic, miserly, judgmental, and ignorant. Scrooge is based on several sources, but his name comes from the Edinburgh gravestone of Ebenezer Scroggie, his job misread by Dickens as mean man rather than meal man. Scroggie has become Scrooge, blending screw and gouge, and linking to the archaic scrouging, meaning squeezing, crushing. Ebenezer, additionally, comes from the Hebrew word for stone. Scrooge's relationships are straightforward. In terms of family, he's Belle's former fiancé, Fan's brother, Fred's uncle. In terms of business, he was Fezziwig's apprentice, and then Marley's partner, and he is Bob's employer. Scrooge is described in detail in Stave 1. He's a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, he's hard and sharp as flint, he's a clutching, covetous old sinner who prefers to edge his way along the crowded paths of life. Physically, Scrooge has shriveled cheeks, a stiffened gait, red eyes, thin lips, a grating voice, and a frosty rime on his head and chin. Scrooge is reflected in both the weather, cold, dark, foggy, and through his house, cold, dark, isolated, and neglected. Dickens also shows how Scrooge has become the man he is. In Stave 2, we see his isolation at school. We learn about his strained relationship with his father. We see Scrooge's potential ruined throughout his childhood and through his youthful choices, with his failure to engage with Belle, in particular, shaping the course of his life, and his acceptance of the miserly Marley as a role model, rather than the generous Fezziwig. What's clear is that the imposed negative conditions and limitations become firstly internalised and then externally replicated. Scrooge is repeating and reproducing the mistakes of the past. Of course, these revelations are simply a framework on which Dickens can build for his readers an allegory of redemption. By acknowledging his past and his choices in Stave 2, by accepting and regretting the consequences of his actions in Staves 3 and 4, and by making amends and changing his behaviour in Stave 5, Scrooge represents a path towards redemption Dickens clearly hopes British society as a whole will follow.